Should you be writing unconditional offers in this hot Alberta real estate market? The Real Estate Council of Alberta, also known as RECA, issued a consumer bulletin warning about the risks of writing unconditional, also known as cash offers in this hot real estate market. And we are seeing more of that up in Calgary especially. That market is on fire right now. And a lot of buyers across the province are finding themselves in competing offer situations and often losing out the house that they thought they were going to buy to another buyer. Competing offer situations can get people, anxious and making sometimes less than wise decisions about their home ownership goals. So let me talk about that. When you write an offer, you have the option as a buyer to add conditions to that offer. The buyer's condition is for the benefit of the buyer. The buyer's condition means the buyer must act in good faith to meet that condition. And if they act in good faith to meet that, say, financing condition, and they can't get final approval on a mortgage, for example, then they can decide not to waive that condition and the deal collapses. They get their deposit back, usually, and they walk away. The homeowner starts all over again, trying to find another buyer if they don't have a backup offer in place. If there's no conditions on the offer, you're essentially writing a cash offer, because once both parties sign that purchase contract and agree to a price, it's considered a final sale because there are no conditions. The sign goes up in the yard, the sale price is usually reported to the MLS, and most of the time, if it all works out, everyone goes on their merry way. But what if you get, as I always advise, a fully underwritten pre-approval before you go house shopping? You qualify for $500,000 mortgage, and you go write an offer on a house, and it's competing, so you decide to make it a, quote, cash offer, an unconditional offer. You put no conditions in it to protect you. And what if the lender, when we send it to them, doesn't like something about the property? What if some minor thing has changed with your finances from when you first got that pre-approval? I mean, a lot of things can happen. There's a chance you might not get the mortgage, except you are legally bound to purchase a home for $500,000+. Now, unfortunately, and I'm hearing this a lot, well, the buyer just loses their deposit if we can't fund at closing. Yeah, you could lose your deposit, but there's more risk than that if the sale falls apart because you couldn't get financing and you wrote it as a cash offer. There could be litigation and the homeowner could sue you. So that is the big piece that I don't see a lot of people talking about, warning about, informing homebuyers about. And so I was glad that the Real Estate Council of Alberta mentioned this, that your deposit's at risk, but you also could find yourself enmeshed in very unpleasant litigation. Because you have to remember it from the homeowner's point of view. If they think that they've sold their property, no conditions, it's sold, they are now counting the days until they get paid for their house. They consider it a done deal, and they are now making plans of what they're going to do with that money, such as maybe buy a house themselves and go under contract, among other things. So it just goes down the line, and you really need to understand the risk that you're taking if you sign off on an accepted offer with no conditions. There are lots of ways to structure an offer and to creatively negotiate to get your buyer's offer to the top of the list. A solid, fully underwritten pre-approval certainly helps. But The very best realtors know how to manage this situation. Most of their offers involve a financing condition. There are buyers out there writing offers who need to get a mortgage, and they're not putting a financing condition into the offer. Nothing's for sure till it's for sure in terms of getting a mortgage finalized and approved with both the lender and often the insurer, who also has to look at the file. And the property, you didn't know what property you were going to offer on when you got that pre-approval. So the property has to be underwritten and approved as well. So these are just all things to consider. If you have any questions at all buying a home, give me a call or shoot me a text, 403-382-7335, or look me up at karriflatla.com. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you for the next one. Happy house hunting.